Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Saturday Morning Collectibles. Have a pretty cool toy review for you today. It's going to be the reissued Playmates Giant Donatello. So let's get into it. So while I'm taking him out of the box, I do want to walk through a quick story with you guys about why this particular figure is near and dear to my heart and why I feel like I had to buy it when Playmates reissued this toy line. So I do also want to do a comparison to how it looked in the original 89, 1990. I'm not sure exactly when this particular figure was released. This thing is really good. I'm also going to compare it to my new giant friend here, Donatello from NECA. And I'll tell you what my thoughts are and which one I think is the best, and whether or not I think this guy's worth it to buy. Alright, I'll be back once I get this guy fully taken out of the box. Okay, I'm back. And I realized as I was trying to open him out of the box, I completely forgot to walk through the story. So I had this guy when I was a kid. The original Giant Ninja Turtle. I loved him. I don't know why I ever thought it'd be a good idea to sell him in a garage sale, but I did. Probably for something like $10. I don't know. I probably thought it was a great idea when I was a kid. I could use it for some money to buy, I don't know, baseball cards or a video game at the time. Anyway, totally regret making that decision now as a grown adult. And if you look on current eBay listings or any aftermarket price for this guy in the box, he's going to retail for aftermarket over $200 easy. Even out of box you're probably looking 50 to 100 probably in good condition. So not horrible, but I don't know, I just decided to go this route to get the new release, much cheaper, more affordable. I think this was probably $25 or something, and it's close enough. So let's walk through the differences. So first impression is I think Playmates did a pretty good job on this re-release. The most glaring difference between this one and the original Donatello is the face. The face is completely different. If you notice, all four turtles on the new line have the exact same face. The original Giant version, only Raph had this particular face. I don't know why Playmates decided to go that route to all have the same face. Probably a cost-cutting issue, a cost savings issue. But anyway, they did. It's not a huge deal breaker. You get his staff here along with it. I don't remember in the old version if it fit on the back of his belt, but in this one it does not. So you either have him holding it or he doesn't have it at all when you display him. Now, compared to NECA, I mean, it's not even a comparison or a fair comparison, right? I mean, NECA just blows it out of the park. So I absolutely love my Giant Donnie NECA figure. This guy, while awesome, doesn't compare. But hey, that's the difference in buying something that is viewed as something that's a high-end collectible versus a Playmates reissued figure from the 80s that retailed for $20, $25. Still awesome, and I'm so glad to have him in my collection. Now, one other thing that I forgot to mention as far as the differences between the original Giant Donnie and this one is the original one was much taller. I don't know exactly the measurements. I can't recall off the top of my head, but definitely bigger than the one we see here, but not by, I don't know if it's by a huge amount. Let me know in the comments if you guys know the exact measurements, but the old one was bigger. Not a big deal breaker. Still think it's awesome. Still think it's worth the price. But yeah, what do you guys think? I'm not going to get any of the other ones. Donatello's my favorite turtles. I've said many times over. But I did want to make sure I added this in my collection. I was heartbroken as an adult knowing that I sold my original one. And when Playmates re-released these giant figures, I had to grab Donnie. One other thing I wanted to highlight is I tried to sit him down on a flat surface, and he didn't sit down too well. So I ended up having to stand him up. But other than that, I mean, still pretty cool. Still poses pretty well. Love the figure. Thank you, Playmates, for allowing me to correct a giant mistake as a child and repurchasing this figure as an adult. All right, that's going to do it for this video. We'll talk next time. Bye.